So how do you create a brand that truly represents who you are and the products you sell, as well as building a business that you can scale online? That is what this podcast will help you do. My name is Henry Kaminski Jr., and welcome to the Brand Doctor Podcast.
Let me just make this statement loud and clear. Jersey's here, Jersey's here.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Brand Doctor Podcast episode. Happy to be here today. It's a beautiful day in New Jersey, and we have a hot topic today. We have a really hot topic today, and it's all about how to handle that objection. You're overpriced, man. Who do you think you are charging that kind of money? Doctors don't even get paid that much. Let's have this conversation, shall we? Listen. There's a lot of people out there that are selling high ticket programs or want to start selling high ticket programs, but they're stuck because their confidence level and their limiting beliefs are holding them back from doing what they want to do. And I got to tell you, I used to be that guy that used to give away my stuff. And I was undercharging tremendously, and it was nothing but a headache, right? I had a guy the other day ask me, can you do a label design for me for my product, and I'll throw $2,500 at you. I need it to be perfect though. And I'm like, $2,500? That's it? And I just saw it coming, right? I saw it. And I was like, nah, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do it. So I referred him to somebody else, and hopefully he gets it done for that price. But there's no way in hell I would have been able to do that with his expectations for that much, right? So I want us to get over that limiting belief. I want us to get over that fear of somebody saying to us, dude, I could get this done for half the price. What's your problem? I don't get it. Right? Now, don't get me wrong. Some of these people are never going to see the price point being right? And some of the people you just have to let go. But I got to tell you, there's probably a large majority of people out there that if you do what I tell you to do today, you're going to change their mind. You're going to change their mind, and they're going to see the other side that they don't see right now. All right. So let's dive into this. But before we get started, guys, quick little message. If you're a business owner who wants to significantly grow your audience online and needs help dialing in your message to attract the right clients, check out this free video training that will help you position yourself more effectively and improve your brand's online presence. Visit www.uniquedesigns, with a Z at the end, not an S, .net/brand strategy. All right, guys, let's jump into this. So we got a big problem. People aren't seeing the value in what it is that we do. So we either need to help them understand that value or help them get another solution. That's the bottom line, guys. That's the bottom line. So there's a couple of different ways we can handle this, okay? The first one is understanding that when you get this objection, not to take it personal, and understand that, like I said before, the person doesn't see the value in what it is that you're doing. So we need to enlighten them. Okay? So we have to come back to the value conversation. This is something that I learned from a guy named Blair M's. Awesome guy. And he talks about the value conversation a lot. He's an expert when it comes to value-based pricing and pricing based on value that you deliver. versus hourly rates and things like that, right? And so one of the things he taught me was the value conversation. And the value conversation starts with asking the client what they want their future desired state to look like. So a year from now, Tommy, what do you want your business to look like? What are we doing? Right? And get really, really specific. Not like, oh, I've doubled my sales and da-da-da. No, I'm talking about like get crystal clear. Like I have 2 more team members. I have a content marketing team. I have a whole new rebrand. I have a whole new marketing funnel. I have a whole new website. I'm starting to get bigger projects. Right? And go in on that stuff with the prospect. So really get clear on the client's future desired state, because that's where they're going to see the value, right? Then you got to ask them, like, how are we going to measure the success of all of this? So if they say, we have a marketing funnel that's going to be doing, bringing in hundreds of leads a week. Well, all right, how are we going to measure that? Okay, so we have analytics tools and we have, sales. We have, an email service provider that's counting how many new subscribers are coming in, or our social media has blew up on YouTube or Instagram or LinkedIn. We're starting to get leads now on LinkedIn, right? So you get really specific on the types of metrics that are going to be used to determine the value. And then the last question is, what's the value of meeting that metric? So for example, if one of the metrics is you increase sales by 40%, well, the value of meeting that metric is $40,000 in new revenues per month. So you got to assign that value to the metric. Otherwise, they're not going to see the value. All right. So the value conversation is very, very, very important when you start to hear this objection, you're overpriced, right? Because you got to get them to understand the value that your service delivers. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is understand what's valuable to them. Get it? So there's a couple other things that I shared this on my Instagram, and I'm going to share it here as well. Here's another way that you can respond to your overpriced objection, right? Instead of going at them and competing with them and getting defensive and trying to, prove yourself, right? And you start to get into attack mode. Don't take the bait. Just ask a simple question. So somebody says to you, Henry, you're really overpriced. I could get this done half the price, right? And you could say this. You could say, have you ever been burned before? Have you ever paid a lot for something and didn't get what you expected? What happened there? Tell me more about that. And then let them talk. Let them air it out. Then you say, let me ask you something. If you would have gotten what you paid for, would you have thought different about the situation? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, yeah. So the matter isn't about price. It's about getting what you asked for. So as a vendor, we do what we say. You completely give it to them that way and watch how they respond. You're challenging their assumption that the value isn't there in your service. Boom. All right, here's another one. Vendor says to you, prospect says to you, I could get this done for half the price. Okay, you're right. You probably can. There's tons of people out there that do what I do. Then why are we having this conversation? Why are we having this conversation? And just let them talk. Just let them talk. So this is what we need to start to think about, right? Imagine you had a brand that represented the value that you deliver and pre-framed people when they got to your website, when they got to your funnel, when they got to your social media, and let them know that you're not going to be a cheap option. And they could see it just by the way you position yourself online. You know, I used to say this to clients back in the day. I used to say, listen, guys, here's what it comes down to. I see where you're struggling. You have a beautiful restaurant here, you know, but your logo looks like it's a bodega. Do you want to be represented that way? Especially when you have really good food. No. Okay. So when you look the part, you could charge the part. I'll say it again. When you look the part, you could charge the part. It's going to build your confidence. Now, there's a caveat to this, though. Just because you look the part, it also means that you need to deliver the part. So it can't be all flash with no deliverable. So if you're going to invest the time, money, and energy in increasing the value of your business, whether you're going to go into a rebrand or you're going to get your website redone or a logo redone or a funnel built or start from scratch, and you want to start from scratch the right way, if you're going to put all this effort into it, you better have a product or service that delivers the goods, baby. Otherwise, word's going to get around real fast. So I don't want you to go through that ever. I went through it. I raised my hand. I'll take full responsibility. And you know what? I'm so happy I went through that because it was the wake-up call I needed at that moment to say, Henry, you have to invest more inside of your business because you need to deliver more value. And then all of that negativity went away because people saw it. People see the production of the show. People see the end result of Brand Accelerator graduates and the brands that we've built for them. They go to my website and they see the case studies. Four years ago, that wasn't the case. So I learned a valuable lesson there. When you increase the value of your business, people will perceive the value better and you will minimize you're overpriced objection. So I hope this episode is going to help you build a stronger brand by understanding how to tackle this objection. Because it doesn't mean that your business sucks, especially if you have sales under your belt. It just means that this one particular person doesn't see the value in what it is that you do. So it's your responsibility to take the tools that I gave you today and implement them. And then let me know how it works out. I want to hear how you close your next sale and how that goes for you. So real quick before I go, guys, I want to get to know more of you, especially the folks that listen on a regular basis. I have a Facebook group. It's called the Brand Doctors Hangout. It's public. It's free. There's about 550 people or more. I don't know. There's a couple, there's give or take a couple, right? I want you to come join that group. It's free. You're going to get around a bunch of other entrepreneurs that want to build and grow their business just like you do. And you may learn a thing or three from not only me, but the folks that are inside the group. So I really want to get a chance to put a face to an ear, if you know what I mean. Right? So come check out the Facebook group. It's called the Brand Doctors Hangout. A couple questions there before you come in, and they're optional. But I really would love to get to know and meet some of the viewers and listeners. So head over there now and come on in and hang out. So have an amazing day, guys, and I'll catch you on the next episode real soon.
Hey everyone, this is Henry Kaminski Jr. again, and really quick, I want to invite you to a one-on-one consult with me right now if you're looking for the clarity and focus you need to build your brand. Over the past 13 years, I've served hundreds of entrepreneurs that have great products but struggled tremendously with articulating its value to their ideal customers. You didn't get into business to just change a few lives, did you? Your ideal clients need you. And when your brand has precision-crafted messaging coupled with beautifully thoughtful design that sounds, looks, and feels like you, they'll know you're the perfect match for them. If this is something you're struggling with, what I want you to do right now is pause this audio and go visit www.uniquedesigns with a Z at the end, not an S, .net, and book your one-on-one console call with me. Remember, the quality of your brand will determine the quality of your clients, and the quality of your clients will determine the quality of your life.